Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm that doll guy, and I'm bringing to you today my second, technically third, custom one-of-a-kind character that I've been creating for my new custom one-of-a-kind doll collection. The first one I created was a reimagining of the character Pussycat from the 1966 Batman TV series. My second one was Manx, who I do have that video in my collection here on my YouTube channel. And today we're introducing my second one-of-a-kind original, but technically third custom, created in my own mind character, and this is the Green Canary. So I wanted to show you guys her and talk a little bit how I created her, and to go along with her new diorama that I also made. So if you can't tell, or if you aren't too, keen on some of the earlier Barbies, this is, I can't think of the year, I don't remember, but this is the King Kong Barbie, and she is on one of those karate chop arm bend leg bodies, and so I used her. I had to cut her dress off because it didn't have snaps, so I'll have to add snaps later to make her dress reusable. But a little just information of how I made her. So first of all, I really love green, and I just wanted somebody kind of cute in 1950s. So this gal, her secret identity, her name is Madelyn James, and she is a female archer. She was inspired by the Silver Age Green Arrow, Black Canary, and the Silver Age Miss Arrowette. For those of you who know your Silver Age, Miss Arrowette first appeared in World's Finest Comics number 113, and like Bonnie King, who was the first Miss Arrowette, Madelyn James is also a female archer who won in my own telling, she won the Miss Arrowette title in 1965. Bonnie King won hers in, I believe, 1963. And she only had 3 appearances in the Silver Age. So I had Madelyn James kind of claim that title. And with the earnings, she wanted to pursue her life dream, just like Bonnie King, of becoming a masked crime fighter. So what I did was, using green as my inspiration from Green Arrow and also the archery theme, but along with like the blonde tresses of Black Canary and just the kind of like the green, cute 1950s theme of Miss Arrowette, I created this gal. So her mask is a 2004 Barbie Batgirl faceplate that disconnects from the cowl with those little white fasteners. So I just kind of undid it, and then I cut it myself. It's a little off, but not too bad. Not enough to bother me. But I cut it to shape, and then I painted it green because it's normally black, and then I sprayed it with the ES6000 adhesive spray glue, and then I shook it in a green bag of glitter. This is the Emerald Glitter. It's ultra fine, I believe. Then I got her I saw these little outfits on Etsy at Hillegonda's boutique store on Etsy, and they're sparkly and cute, and you can kind of they're pretty versatile. They're called ballerina outfits, but I thought it'd be a great 1950s superheroine costume kind of look. So I got that and ordered it from, I believe she's located in, I want to say South Africa. It takes them into like maybe a month, but the workmanship was always great, and her cat suits and leotards and these ballerina outfits just make the cutest superhero costumes. For her body, I kept her on her original body because I did not want ugly joints showing, because she's supposed to be from the 50s and have nice clean lines and look like a pinup girl, and so I didn't want, my grandpuppy is crying and whining. So if you hear whining, it's my grandpuppy Rosie. But anyway, so I wanted clean, nice lines. I wanted her to look really nice and not have weird joints and look all robotic. So I kept her in the original body. Not big on the karate chop arms, but couldn't do much about that. Her boots are from the 2012 Pink Label Julie Newmar Catwoman from the Batman 66 TV series, and so I just painted them. And I also glittered them shook them in a little bag of glitter after I spray adhesed them. And both the boots and the mask are sealed with gloss Mod Podge, just with a tiny brush. So that's all sealed and safe. I made her jewelry from, these are like limesicle. I want to say they're preciosa. I don't know, like those kind of crystals you find on Etsy. Because the Swarovski crystals are very hard to find these days. So this was just, I sewed it with a needle and thread and tied it in the back. These are her original, Rosie Marie, please. These are her original earrings that I used a little bit of like a paint marker, and I painted what were, I think, rhinestones green. And I made her little crystal gauntlets to go with her sleeves. And the bow and arrow set that I have, I painted green. That is from In the Quiver, and the arrows. That's from the Hunger Games Katniss Barbie. And they're originally silver and black, and was attached with like a black type ribbon for a strap. So I just replaced it with green. Painted this green with a fine tipped green paint pen. And I did each arrow individually. And I also, if I can get it out, added, just for like a little pizzazz. I'm not sure if you can see it. Know if it'll focus. It probably won't. But anyway, so what I did was, I glittered and sealed the tips of her arrows. Oh, there we go. Maybe I should have done a close-up because you can see all my little flaws. But so I glittered and sealed the tips of her arrows just for like a little added bling bling. I thought that'd be cute. You know, they say that the devil's in the details. So she'll have special arrows like hairpin arrows and lip gloss arrows and sewing needle arrows and just that cute 1950s kind of stuff they had in the 50s that the heroines had. Just that feminine kind of vibe to their weapons and things like Batwoman had and Batgirl had, and all those gals had in the 50s, you know, for their weaponry. So she has that. I kept her bent legs, kept her crotch job arms because I thought, you know, at least when she holds a bow and arrow, look like she's going to use it because they're bent. I mean, that's my rationale for keeping her on this body. But along with like the nicer lines on the legs, and she looks good. So she's cute, and then I need to probably get a second one so I can have her for her, you know, to kind of do as fashions for her Madelyn James identity. It's a pain to kind of switch out their costumes and dress them and to do, you know, their regular identities plus a superhero. So I just get 2 of each character, and it just makes life easier. Makes it more expensive, but it makes it easier. So she is in her headquarters, which she created. Oh, let's talk about her storyline first. Well, okay, we'll talk about the headquarters first. Then we'll talk about her storyline. So this is her background that I made with the brick came from my Froggy Stuff blog spot under the printable section, as well as did this Golden Embossed trim. And the rest is Google Images. So the flooring also was from Google Images. I just kind of Google searched, I think, mid-century, atomic, and, you know, this is not perfect, by the way, people. But when you do photo shoots, it almost doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be that perfect. But this is Google Images. I searched mid-century modern wallpaper or something along those lines. And part of Madelyn's story is she wanted to become a superhero because she's a comic book hero, a superhero fan from the 50s and early 60s. So in her headquarters, she has her favorite issues, which are I just resized some Google Images on the computer, printed off in color on cardstock to give it a little bit of oomph. I printed off that little bulletin board from Google Images. That's just rubber cemented. I use wrinkle proof rubber cement for my glue instead of glue stick now, but that doesn't mean you still don't get maybe wrinkles here and there, but just not as many as glue stick, and it holds better than glue stick. It's more permanent. Glue stick can pop over time. But anyway, so she has her favorite issues pinned to the billboard, so she always has them to look at. I also found some Google Images, and I wish I knew who the artist was. I do have their little signature in one of these prints. I can't remember who it is, and you can't really see it. But I looked for some mid-century modern type superhero art for her to have on her wall. And then I kind of printed off just Google Images, which just happened to match her outfit. This is just a mid-century TV that I Googled, and then like a 1950s search pulled up this for a computer. I wanted it to look really dated and old-fashioned. It just happens to go with my green chair. So It just by coincidence works because these were two separate images that just somehow work together because those film reels are green and it matches the screen. I wish I would have, you can see the wall print behind the TV. I wish I would have done maybe a white backer behind that first, but you know, in photos, you probably won't be able to tell from a distance anyway, so not too big of a deal, not enough to bother me. My chairs I got from Amazon. These are those mod colorful chairs. They're super cute. This is just a regular Barbie table that's oh, I forgot that's tacked on. But it's just a regular Barbie table where the sides fold down. I don't know if you call them wings or I don't know what you call them, but they fold down so they can either be a rectangular dinette table or you can pop them up and it's a round dining room table. And so on a color printer on cardstock, I also made this, that shield, that American flag shield is a Google image I just searched for. Then I used Publisher to make this logo, the Justice Squadron of America. I did a little bit of glue. I glued, that's on cardstock, glued the little shield in between the sign there, put the table around on top of it and to cut it in a circle. Then I cut it out and then I laminated it. So there might be a little bit of glare, but it kind of looks more table-ish, and I didn't want it pink because pink obviously doesn't go with the rest of the theme. So I just kind of, and I thought, you know, it'd be very reminiscent of when, if any of you know, the Golden Age and Silver Age Justice Society of America or Justice League, they had the meeting table. Also, if you watch the animated series, there was the Justice Guild. So this is our take, my own take. She'll be forming her own team called the Justice Squadron. So she's inspired by superheroes. She wants to be a crime fighter. One of her idols is Green Arrow, of course. And so she is a 1950s, early 1960s superhero from that time. Her story, and it's all going to unfold in the Facebook groups and also on my Instagram, which is The Real That Doll Guy. It's going to unfold where she is going to be brought to 2023, the current time from the past, and get stuck here. So this is her in the current time. She is going to learn to live in the current time, unable to return to her timeline. And she created this clubhouse, obviously has the amenities that she finds comforting from her time frame, obviously. And so she will be recruiting new superheroes, i.e. ones that I will be creating, hopefully, to create a new super team called the Justice Squadron of America, whose adventures will unfold on my Instagram and on Facebook, and will hopefully interact with my DC custom heroes I've made also. So anyway, I just want to kind of show you guys just my new creation. Like I'm newer to this, you know, doing custom. I mean, I've done customs of these. I've already established characters. However, this is technically my second one from my own mind, my own imagination, I guess you could say. So Manx was my first. This is my second. I don't think I did a video though on my Pussycat, the reimagining. Oops, she's shaking because I'm tapping, thinking. So yeah, so I still have to do a video that shows my Pussycat, my reimagining of the Leslie Gore character. So I will do a future video on her. Yeah, so then next coming up, I have some more customs I'm making. And it's really a good time. It's a lot of fun. It's time consuming. It's expensive, but you know, I just have fun with it. And with my ADHD, it just makes me want to do more and more. So I'm getting more ideas, and I feel like the more characters I make that I intend to be villains end up being so cute. I want to keep them be good, having them be good guys. But anyway, I am babbling. You guys enjoy your Saturday. Have a happy Easter tomorrow, and we shall see you soon.